More music, WUBE.
509 WUBE Money Machine time. Big Al got a strange one for you. Heavy Boss Hitbound by E.B. Sands. This is called Billy Sunshine. Dig it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to $1 Million Weekend with the greatest hits of all time, presented by
WUBE, Cincinnati.
It's 5:30. This is Big Al Law.
Big Al Law, WUBE.
Boss Radio, working out with the greatest hits of all time, all weekend long. We're working out with them because we dig you on $1 Million Weekend. Here comes Lulu now, number 23 on that Boss 30.
Sitting in the shade of the rain, so
WUBE.
Got the Beatles at 5:38 on the Big Al Show. WUBE Money Machine time happening now.
Lady Madonna, children at your feet.
March 23rd, 1960. Johnny Burnett, you're 16.
WUBE.
Boss Radio, we're starting Monday morning. You'll have a chance to make yourself a little bit richer as the Boss Jocks roll out the money machine.
WUBE.
That's my share of the $1 Million Weekend, Big Al. I'll see you Monday afternoon, 4 o'clock on Boss Radio. Buona Johnny is next. Till midnight tonight. You hang in there, keep the boss line hot for him. We'll see you Monday. Stevie Wonder gonna wrap things up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the solid gold sound of $1 Million Weekend. All weekend from
WUBE, Cincinnati.
6 o'clock at Boss Radio. How's the snow? I know street's still a little, My front yard, 1,800 feet. It's terrible.
1, 2, 3. Buona Johnny, WUBE.
Got that full-time $1 Million Weekend boss line going, baby. At 621-2392. WUBE Money Machine time at 6:13, baby. This is Buona Johnny presenting Donovan.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to much more music on $1 Million Weekend, presented by
WUBE, Cincinnati.
6:30.
WUBE.
I'm a U.S. mail. I'm going to lay one on you.
More music, WUBE.
Oh, mercy. WUBE Money Machine time at 6:42. Buona Johnny $1 Million Weekend Saturday night. It's a party night in Cincinnati. Roads are fair, so I think you can get to those groovy bashes, but, extra cool on the way home tonight, right? You'll be a little, I'm hip, baby. I'm hip. California Girls, the Beach Boys on the Buona Johnny Show.
Buona Johnny, WUBE.
KY, there's your boss line request by the Spiral Staircase. Baby, what I mean.
WUBE.
I've just been informed, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Buona Johnny Show at 6:58, WUBE Money Machine time. That in addition to Wayne Shane appearing in Newport Catholic tonight, the elusive Nathan Miller will be there too. So, J. Edgar Hoover, if you're listening, that's where he's at, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to $1 Million Weekend with the greatest hits of all time, presented by
WUBE, Cincinnati.
7:01. This is Buona Johnny.
WUBE.
Where you're never more than seconds away from much more music. 7:04 WUBE Money Machine time. Now Jimmy James Vagabonds on a date night, Saturday night, party night in the Queen City.
Come to me softly. For music, WUBE.
Oh, yeah, it's time now for the Big Outlaw Record of the Year. Number 13 on the Boss 30 this week, Bobby Goldsboro.
See the tree halfway.
4 years ago today.
More music, WUBE.
Oh, Elvis is ready. Number 24 on the Boss 30. 9:19 now, WUBE Money Machine time. Stay away.
Boss Radio, WUBE.
Where the Money Machine cranks out the greenbacks tomorrow morning on the Gary Corey Show. I only want to be with you, the sound of Dusty Springfield from 1963.
More music, WUBE.
Baby, baby, sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the solid gold sound of $1 Million Weekend. All weekend from
WUBE, Cincinnati.
It's 9:30. This is Bill Cole.
Please lock me away. WUBE.
9:39 WUBE Money Machine time. From August of last year, the Association, number 36 on that Boss 100.
More music, WUBE.
All right, Aretha Franklin, number 30 on the Boss 30. Security.
More music, WUBE.
Where the Money Machine jackpot starts building tomorrow morning. Never less than $500, so you stand by and get ready to grab a bunch of Boss Red, baby.
The team.
More music, WUBE.
9:57 WUBE Money Machine time. Hamilton Camp now. Here's to you.
WUBE, $1 Million Weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to much more music on $1 Million Weekend, presented by
WUBE, Cincinnati.
It's 10 o'clock. This is Bill Cole.
WUBE.
The Music King in the Queen City at 10:04 WUBE Money Machine time.
WUBE.
From 1964, the great sound of the Four Tops. And baby, I need your lovin' at 10:07 WUBE Money Machine time.
Baby,
That Boss line's looking good this morning at 621-2392. Here's Ricky Nelson. And the Americans. Where the Boss Jocks are going to be cranking up that money machine starting tomorrow morning on the Gary Corey Show, 10:23 WUBE Money Machine time, as we take a listen to the Washington Square for the Village Stompers. Timothy Carr Hitbound on Boss Radio.
WUBE, $1 Million Weekend. WUBE, golden.
1961 was the year Elvis had this great big gigantic hit, Please Surrender to Me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the solid gold sound of $1 Million Weekend. All weekend from
WUBE, Cincinnati.
It's 11 o'clock. This is Bill Combe.
In a series of underground bunkers, the Israeli ambassador spoke before the council as Arab delegates pressed for United Nations sanctions. Currently in Cincinnati, it's 30 degrees. This is Joe Stamper. That's what's happening today, March 22nd, 1968.
March 22nd, 1965.
Shane, WUBE.
Where the Boss Jocks make it with the music, and you make it with the bread. The WUBE Money Machine makes the Cincinnati scene Monday on the Gary Corey Show.
Are you going to score more music? WUBE.
Bigger than life, $1 Million Weekend is next on the Wayne Shane Show. You got to dig it. All weekend long, every other record's going to be
$1 Million Weekend.
WUBE, Cincinnati.
3 o'clock. This is Wayne Shane.
Wayne Shane, WUBE, $1 Million Weekend. More music, WUBE.
2 years ago today.
Frames.
WUBE Golden.
Paint the light
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the solid gold sound of $1 Million Weekend. All weekend from
WUBE Cincinnati.
3:30. This is Wayne Shane. More tops.
WUBE $1 Million Weekend. WUBE.
Where much more music plays and the money machine pays. Monday morning on the Gary Corney Show.
More music. Golden.
That's going to do it for the Wayne Shane Show for this afternoon. Big Al Law is next. Get snowed in and groove all weekend long, baby. Bye.
Set me free, why don't you, baby? Yeah, keep me hanging on.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Al Law.
WUBE Cincinnati $1 Million Weekend. More music. WUBE.
Circle from 1966 on $1 Million Weekend. This is a turn down day. You telling me?
It's much too blue, they are so just turn around.
WUBE Double Golden.
All right. Can you dig the Shirelles from
Hit bound.
Red, white,
Neil Diamond?
give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fare.
Okay. I'll tell you like it is. I want you to hold on there, baby, because I'm coming. Sam and Dave.
WUBE.
Marvelous Marvin. How do you entertain like you do? 9439 WUBE. Tell you what, you better be talking about
WUBE.
Timothy Carr.
WUBE.
Boss Radio, where the boss jocks make it with the music, baby, and you make it with the bread. The WUBE Money Machine is going to make the Cincinnati scene come Monday on the Gary Corey Show. Check it out. It's out of sight.
He'll be hopping along.
Keep me from working out with the heavies, baby.
When I think about the good love you gave.
That's one of the all-time greats right there. Former #1 sound by the association. That's called Cherish.
Music. WUBE.
513 WUBE Money Machine time with Big Al. Going back into 1967 to pick up on a former #1 sound by every mother's son. Honey, I want you to come on down to my boat. We're going boat riding on the snow this afternoon. That's always a jolly thing to do there.
She sits on me. Come on down.
#1 then, and #1 now.
The pen.
WUBE.
You know I feel alright. You know I feel alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to $1 Million Weekend with the greatest hits of all time, presented by
WUBE Cincinnati. WUBE.
Oh, really? Taking care of your boss line action at 621-2392. Love to hear from you on a snowbound $1 Million Weekend. Mr. Hamilton Camp, number 22 on the Boss 30 with Big Al at 5:36.
$1 million weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the solid gold sound of $1 Million Weekend. All weekend from
WUBE, Cincinnati. $1 million weekend.
Listen to
WUBE, WUBE.
Boss Radio, where much more music plays and the money machine pays. Starting Monday morning on the Gary Corey Show.
But friend, it hasn't been too long. It wasn't vain.
Bobby Goldsboro, number 13, the first week on the Boss 30.
I left it.
Gotta be number one of these days. That's called Honey. Big Al at 6:26.
WUBE weather. WUBE cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to much more music on $1 Million Weekend, presented by
WUBE, Cincinnati.
It's 6:30. This is Big Al Law.
$1 million weekend. But my still see
Silence is golden.
WUBE. Believe the ground, and the sky is gray. And the sky is
WUBE Money Machine Time, 8:14 on the Gary Corey Show for $1 Million Weekend. These are the Beach Boys, the number one song in 1963, Surfer Girl.
number one then, and number one now.
There you are, little star.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to $1 Million Weekend with the greatest hits of all time, presented by
WUBE, Cincinnati.
It's 8:31. This is Gary Corey.
You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar.